starting this vlog saying hi from Korea. We have finally landed in Incheon, Seoul, Korea. After 18 to 20 hours of travel, we're here. And unfortunate situation, actually, we're lucky that we avoided it, but apparently there's supposed to be a typhoon hitting. It's like a super typhoon, Marie, and thank goodness, because it was supposed to land in Taipei when we were in Taipei, so we actually missed it, but we are here. Thank you. Oh my God, so fortunate, but it's about to be an amazing 12 days. Welcome to the video, guys. As you see by the title, this is about my Korea trip, my experience, my full experience. And I know this video is a bit different, but I wanted to kind of share my personal experience as opposed to just uploading a vlog. Now, I'm gonna throw a lot of clips in here from my Korea experience, but in terms of a one-on-one testimony, I wanna show you and tell you everything that I went through. So, starting with my whole Korea trip, I went on this trip for 6 days, and we flew into, first we did a connecting flight, and we pretty much flew from Houston to Taiwan, connecting to Korea. And this was a little bit different because I'm gonna tell you about the kind of do's and don'ts about like our entire trip and our experience. So we landed in a city called Incheon. Oh guys, look how big it is out here! We're here! In Korea. First off, we did a full tour. So from Korea and Japan, this whole trip was planned on a tour. So, you know, every single day except one day of each trip, we were booked. We had a tour bus taking us from place to place. This was an Asian tour, so you know there's a lot of things where it was kind of misconstrued in a lot of ways, and you know they weren't exactly clear on everything that they were going to do with us. The hotels, we weren't exactly familiar with where we're going to stay, so in everything, like from beginning to end, Jess and I were kind of always curious about what we were doing each day, how many hours, and which hotel we're going to stay at, because Jess, that's just how she is when she plans a vacation or when she's going on a vacation. She likes to know exactly what she's doing, and just for our own interests, like that's just how we like to do things. So first off, we landed in a city called Incheon, and we stayed near the airport, so it was kind of like a island peninsula off of the mainland of Korea. And so we landed there and we stayed at a hotel called Hotel Zoomis. Yay, we're here. You excited, Mom? You excited, Dad?
Yes, Mom, we'll take it easy.
So we have finally checked into the hotel, situated, showered after 20 hours, and now we are walking around and finding some good food. So hopefully we can find something. And I want to reiterate that this hotel was just not in the best shape, in my opinion. But we didn't have a choice in the beginning. We didn't know what to expect. And from the tour's perspective, since this is an Asian tour in an Asian country, it's typically very different from how they do things in the US. And so with the guidelines of the tour, it says that you need to follow the directions and how they went on each tour. Granted, later on in the tour, we figure out differently, and we found out, you know, you can do things differently. And so the first day we stayed in Hotel Zoomis, and every single day, except 1 or 2 days, we stayed in different hotels. So different hotels almost every day. So we kept driving from city to city. For our first day, we actually landed really early, about 11 a.m. We got situated into our hotel, and we had a free day. So we stayed in Incheon, and it was really far away from Seoul, which is what everyone knows in Korea. And so what we did was, in Incheon, we kind of walked around, and everything is in Korean, and it's not as a progressive of a city as you would expect. So since we stayed a little bit away from Seoul, there's a lot of people who did not even speak English. The restaurants weren't in English, and so we wandered around and came across this Korean barbecue, which is an all-you-can-eat, and it was $11 for all-you-can-eat, and it was phenomenal. The whole gang is here. We got my little bro.
Hey, what's up?
We got baby girl. We got the parents. And we got Adrian over there. So when in Korea, authentic Korean barbecue. We got a bunch of stuff, and unlike US, real Korean barbecue is actually, Adrian said, used with coal to cook the foods. Yeah, we got the gains here. Mom and Dad over here. Got their own thing going too. So we've been wandering around because we have no idea where to go, and our current hotel is on the Incheon Airport Hotel. It's like on an island, and we're stuck, and literally we're just asking directions, and not many people are speaking English. It's freaking hilarious. So we just wandered up and ended up at this like ice cream shop where like everything is literally in freezers, and it's like, dude, look at these prices, guys. 40 cents. 40 cents for ice cream. You'll never catch anything in America for 40 cents like this.
Yo, I got 6 racks right here.
Yeah, 6 racks?
6 racks.
Dude, this whole thing, this big ice cream thing is only 40 cents, right?
75.
75 cents. What?
We got a coffee, espresso, whatever, ice cream bar.
Alright, let's try this.
I mean, it's not bad.
Well, we're just seeing here today. We're not
we're
moving here, you know?
Then the next thing we did was we actually took a subway. So most of the stuff was in Korean. We had to figure out the subway map, and Jess is really, really organized, so she got on top of that really, really quick. So we got lost. Now we're taking public transportation to go to a mall that is about 45 minutes away, because evidently our side of town that we're staying at, not a single person speaks English. This train station is really nice, man. I really like this place. It's dope.
And take this blue one, and it's 1,
5 total.
2, 3, 4, 5. It's different.
Here?
We are trying to
we're
go
right here.
to
Did you take a picture later? We know
Yeah.
what
Hoang University. She figured out, and so we took a subway all into the city, where we came across like a huge shopping, and it was amazing. There was lots of food and shopping everywhere, and just the city itself was just completely different from where we were staying at. All right, so we're finally here in the city, and what a world of difference. We're in Seoul right now, and there are a lot more people than earlier. People from all sides. We got 1, we got 2 quadrants, we got 3 quadrants, and we got 4 quadrants. So crazy. Show what we got. Show what we got.
Oh, it's in the backpack.
What we get? What we just get?
We got this Supreme
socks.
Supreme
know what I'm
socks.
saying?
Hey,
Like
blow out.
25 pairs.
Yeah.
Crazy out here to see like obviously shopping is one of the main attractions in Korea, but hype beast is real, because like Balenciaga, Gucci, like everything. If you buy like name brand shit, like yo, this is where it's at. But Prince and I just bought like 25 pairs of Supreme socks. The first official full day of the tour, we got on a tour bus early in the morning around like 6:15. It's our first full day in Korea. Yesterday we just kind of wandered about, but today is a planned, structured day. We have a full tour going on. We're currently on a tour bus, all Chinese people. This is like a Chinese tour, so I don't know where we're going, to be honest. It's rainy, it's humid, it's hot, but we're gonna make the best of it.
So sticky.
And we headed out immediately, and it was really interesting because we actually drove by the highway. We got to see the city from a different standpoint, and we drove by one of the North Korean borders where obviously it was a border. And a fun fact that they shared between us was that in North Korea, or when you're in South Korea, you cannot see North Korea, if that makes sense. Like you have to pass a lot of different barriers, and then North Korea is like on the other side of like the river, or the I think it was the Yellow Sea, I'm not really sure. And then across that there was like a mountain, and then across that is where North Korea is, and it was blocked off by a wall, so we couldn't see it. We just drove by it on the highway. So we went to a lot of the war memorials, and we got to see like a number of different things, you know, just like the touristy place. Lesson, we just got on the tour bus and we drove about an hour, and kind of getting some feel of the culture. 2 different things that we just learned. One is that so in the 50s North Korea built 25 tunnels, or maybe even before then, 25 tunnels from North Korea to South Korea. that was 6 feet wide and 6 feet tall, and they can raid South Korea in a matter of 5 minutes, sending 300,000 troops. And then, so they just signed the treaty, I guess, like the peace treaty essentially, between North and South Korea, and they've only discovered 4 out of the 25 tunnels. So North Korea still has 21 tunnels that are undiscovered, and 2 we passed by the border. We saw one of the borders that can lead into North Korea, which is crazy because there's so much like military personnel. I couldn't record it, they didn't allow it, but we're currently at a park right now to where like there's a bunch of scenery and stuff like that. This is crazy, guys. Then we stopped by a village in where we were eating the local, like I'm talking about super local. And if you've ever eaten Korean food, you know it's pretty much the same. You know, we ate the hot pot, in which Japanese call it shabu shabu. English people would just call it hot pot, or Asian cultures. And that was amazing. So they served us the most natural foods, and there wasn't beef because beef is really, really expensive in Korea. So pork, kimchi, lots of cabbage, lots and lots of cabbage, because that's what they grow in Korea. Right. We're coming into this restaurant and all the food is prepared for us. Alright, so we stopped in the countryside about 2 hours in, and we're here. It's like pretty much like a cafeteria, and they prepped all the food for us. So this is pretty much as traditional as it gets. Bean sprouts, and that's just the traditional dishes. And then you drink the soup. And then the next thing, right after that, we drove another hour, because each distance that we drove was at least an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes even 3 hours. So it was a lot of driving. And then we went to a place called Nami Island, which is like really, really touristy island, but it is a government-owned island, and it was really beautiful. We spent like an hour there. We took like a ferry from the mainland to Nami Island. Got to see a lot of different things, and it's just a beautiful city. And one thing I will say about Korea is that it was very, very different in a lot of different aspects than Japan. So there's a lot of, you know, different cultures, even though people always mistake Korea and Japanese. I don't know why, but yeah, Nami Island was beautiful. Hey, where we at?
We are in Nami. Is it Nami Island?
Nami Island?
Yes, some island.
So we had just arrived on a little island. We took a small 5-minute ferry to Nami Island, and it's pretty much like a Naminara Republic, and it's like their own kind of town or whatever. And we're just gonna walk around, explore. Angles, boy. And we get the Balenciaga hat at though. Boy. Where the Supreme socks at? Oh. Hey, hype beast. Hype beast.
Supreme cop.
Hey baby, you having a good time?
Yes.
Super nice, right?
I mean, I don't know about nice, the weather.
The nature.
Hey, Dan, what's the pudding green?
Okay, so we stopped by another spot to eat. The food is all prepared for us yet again. We got, of course, the hot pot style of all the food, and then we are gonna head back to the hotel.
Brown for us.
And then after that, we drove really far. I want to say like 2 to 2.5 hours into a city. Like, it was up in the mountains, and it was really beautiful. We stayed at a place called Del Pino Golf Resort, which was one thing I will say about this tour that did suck, was that when we went to these places that were in the middle of nowhere, we had to stay in these certain resorts, and there wasn't any other options around it. So most hotels that they did book us to were pretty old-fashioned. Del Pino, Hotel Zumes were really, really old-fashioned, but nonetheless, they were beautiful. They had tons of good food. Okay, so we just went to a hot spring, or their quote-unquote hot spring. This is like a 4-tower golf resort type deal, and obviously I didn't take you guys in there because we were, you know, kind of getting soothed, and it's just so relaxing. But I kind of wanted to show you guys our little hotel room we got going on. It's actually really cute. So front door, and then you walk in here, and this is like a tatami, which is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, don't mind me guys, but there's a closet in here, and then you can make this whole entire thing a bed, because a lot of Koreans actually sleep on the floor. So if you prefer to sleep on the floor, and then we have our restroom here, which has a bidet, and it's actually pretty dope. And we got baby girl over here. We got our own living room, a fridge that is as tall as my mom, rice cooker, of course, kitchen, and our bedroom. So this is the current weather outside right now. It's all super gloomy, and we're pretty much like on top of the mountain, so everything is kind of weird. It's all rainy and stuff. Keep in mind, this is a 4-tower resort that has a full 18-hole golf course. And I was asking the guys here, I was like, yo, is there a gym here? Because I just want to work out or something. It's still early. And then he was like, no gym here, no gym. So I can't work out. So right now I'm on a quest to I just want to work out, man. I just want to I just have the itch. I don't know why, but apparently there's no gym anywhere. We out here double fisting. Got the sparkling alcohol. This is the grape. This is the peach.
You turning up or what?
Hey, they got,
Guys, look at this.
hey, they got washing
I look
dry
like a
here.
K-pop star. We got the calves, you know what I'm saying? We got this, you know what I'm saying?
Mira,
And we got a pineapple candy.
they got wash and dry here.
Yeah, you study that.
Hey, there's a lot of flies in there.
They're here too, man.
Hey, Jessica, record the flies.
Oh, you suck.
Oh,
You really suck.
oh, you suck.
Yeah, we definitely know.
Oh, Skyden.
That's not good.
We're a PGA Tour. Pete Pro.
No.
So we just finished virtual reality golf with our coach. This is our coach. You want to say something? Korean?
Korea.
Korean. Say something. He corrected my swing. This is so dope, man. This is so dope right here. Heck yeah. Korean's awesome. I love Korea. Day 3 in Korea. We're only here at this hotel for one night. Look at this view behind me, guys. Look, what? So nice. I have no idea where we're going because apparently the itinerary that we are on is completely different. So it's gonna be a day full of amazing events. So the next day was another full day of adventures, just like every day is. And we actually, I'm like looking up back at my clips because there's so much that we did. So the next day, the first thing we did was we actually went to a Korean folk village, and every single place that we stopped, we pretty much ate at. And with Korean dishes, the tour took us to eat the most traditional dishes, and it was just like, in my opinion, I love a lot of cabbage. I love kimchi. They call it kimchi with a G instead of K. I love kimchi. And fun fact about kimchi is that there's 26 different kinds, all a different flavor. So, Korean folk village. All right, so we are now at the Korean folk village. Guys, Jess and I are looking at these kids. We want 5 little kids like this. They all look the same, but they're so fucking cute. Look at that, guys. Look at that, so cute. Oh, wow, that is so cool. This is natural spring water. And it comes out, you can actually wash your hands. It's pretty dope, guys. A little well here. Wash your hands, boy. And look at that, boy. Oh.
Like what?
Like farm.
That's why it's a farmhouse. Yeah, is that a real person?
It's a farmhouse.
Wait, is that a real?
With like loud music in the background.
That's it. Hey, yeah, yeah.
It's a butterfly.
Someone's watching TV up here.
Do it.
Look at this natural, traditional stone rice. Wow.
There we here. Come on. Try a little bite. No protein.
Then we stopped by a one of the king's old palaces that was literally in the middle of the city, and we drove back to Seoul to see that. So we got to see a king's like palace per se, where they like prep for war. I don't know, but it's the king's castle. That was like the 1400s, 1500s and stuff. Royal. And one thing amazing about Asian, how do you say it? Asian cultures is that they really, really know how to preserve their history. So they build around their marks, their trademarks and the historical sites, but obviously they don't tamper with anything, but they just build around it and improve it per se. And then one thing that really happened that started making me mad, that was a theme for the Korean trip, is that they kept taking us to these, and this is why I say don't take tours, because they do touristy things, right? But they took us to a lot of different touristy places where they talked about their culture, and they tried to sell you on a lot of different stuff. And for Japanese and Koreans alike, seaweed is one of them, right? So our very, very first touristy sell shop was seaweed. So they taught us how, it was cool because they taught us how to roll bimbap, which is like almost like a sushi roll, but it doesn't have like sashimi inside. It's just like different stuff like pickled relish and ham and stuff like that. So that was really good. So we're currently at the seaweed factory where they make it fresh here. They're kind of giving us like a little tour of everything, just because Koreans eat seaweed with everything. It's like instantly dried. It's so good.
I don't think they're making
Nice. It actually stopped recording, but I just rolled my very own sushi roll. Super dope. So it's like daikon, tofu, carrot, ham, rice, and their own seaweed.
边喝海带汤，再给我几分钟的时间，我给大家介绍一下我公司的几款产品，好吧？首先呢，大家
We out here, baby.
With the Supreme.
Guido Supreme. Hey, where'd you get the hat?
We got to see like seaweed and all the different kinds and how they presented it, and it was just like really dope. So we got to roll our own bimbap, which is dope. Then they took us to another place, which was called it was called a Dongdaemun. So Dongdaemun was a shopping district, right? And this is amazing about Korean culture, as if you follow me, you saw that I bought a lot of these shirts. These are the puppy shirts. Korean shopping is absolutely amazing. The price for everything was so cheap. So cheap. I'm talking about cheaper than the US, and it was just a ball, man. Like, there was shopping everywhere. The fashion is phenomenal in Korea, and America needs to catch up, by the way. And we went to Dongdaemun, which was like a shopping district, and we only went to one of many buildings, which we only had 2 hours for, and it was like a 7-story building, which I bought a lot of stuff. So we are currently at Dongdaemun, which shopping. It's like a 10-story mall, and I bought a lot of shirts. To be honest, like it's just dope just to kind of come across their material, because their material is so much nicer than US material. Hey, my boy Hoang hooking us up. Hey, say what's up, YouTube.
Hey, say what's up, YouTube. 감사합니다.
Hey! Hey!
YouTube.
And the mama. And the mama. And when I say like a lot of shopping and it's really cheap, I mean like premium shirts like this of premium cotton, because their cotton is different from US cotton. And the shirts are like $8 to $10. 15 being at most, and you can negotiate on pricing. You can haggle. In Asian culture, haggling is literally key. You have to haggle if you want to save money. So I bought a lot of stuff there. All right, so me and my brothers and my dad, we just got hooked up on my boy. And yeah, they lured us in. One thing I will say is that when you come to places like this, you have to haggle. Like, you have to haggle because they're standalone, but we've been haggling for like 20 minutes and it works. If you haggle and you're friendly, most important thing is you're friendly, then it'll work. So they took us to another place to go eat, and I didn't film it because it's almost the same, it was pretty much the same food. And then after that, we went to an underground place in which we went to like a ice house with the whole museum was literally made of ice, and we just saw a bunch of things. Whoa, freaking ice museum, bruh. We're currently in the ice museum where it was obviously freezing cold in here. It's so awesome.
What feels good here? This is like, I found the warm spot right here.
This is so dope, guys. This is a whole ice museum. There's an ice toilet. Yo. Oh my.
Have you, the same one?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay. Wait, down, back a little bit. This one. Right there. Don't move. Don't move, don't move. Adrian's getting a cup of tea. 3, 2, 1.
So sad.
Like, not there, here. Okay.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh my.
Delete.
Oh, hey. Oh shit. The next day was honestly my favorite day because we went to a place we went to twice actually. One on our free day and then one on the tour day. We went to another shopping district which is called Myeongdong. Babe, scarves. Oh my gosh. Woo. All right, so we got endless street food out here. So we got bulgogi with glass noodles. Guys, this is so good.
Shout out to them. Yes.
Guys, after being in Korea for like 4 days, my favorite place right now is definitely Myeongdong. So if you're watching this, come to Myeongdong because this place is lively. And this is only during the day. At night, it's supposed to get twice, if not 3 times as crazy. Food is good. Haggle, you can haggle on prices on everything. And I think there's just a variety of everything, like whatever kind of food you like, whatever kind of clothes you like, anything, right? And then always remember that you have to haggle. And we had about 4 hours there, which was amazing because Myeongdong is comprised of lots of street food, lots of amazing shopping, and underground shopping, which you can haggle even more. And one thing I will take from this, and I will tell you guys very, very honestly, is that fashion being very, very prevalent in Korea, there's also a lot of counterfeit products.
Medium size.
That's all you have?
No, anything.
그다음에 this 모델도 있고. 이 shoulder bag expensive니까.
Yeah, let me see the Louis Vuitton.
아니 안 되네.
Inside here. You got more?
No.
No?
Okay.
No have.
Okay.
Do you know anyone that has it?
And in their culture, counterfeit is not really seen as like fake. It's just more so going with the trend. It's just placing a brand on an item and going forth from there. There's nothing really wrong with it. And I took you guys to a counterfeit to kind of show you guys that you have to literally go inside of like a secret shop where they pull like different items from all different racks and they hide it. It's really, really crazy because it's illegal and people get arrested for it. When I talk about counterfeit, I'm not talking about like Nike and Adidas. I'm talking about like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, like all those big brands. That is where the counterfeit happens, and those are what is illegal. So we just ordered the roast lobster with cheese. I see this everywhere on YouTube, and finally we're in Myeongdong to finally have it. We're about to.
Really? Oh, the cheese is sweet.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it.
Wait. Need to cut it open first.
Damn.
Now I know why everyone kept talking about it.
Everyone talks about this. Literally everyone.
Here, I'll give you a big bite. That shit's good.
All right, so we got some.
Octopus.
We got some char grilled octopus. Okay, take a bite of that. This one. How is that?
I don't like it.
All right, I'm about to try it. I love octopus, so maybe this will help. Oh yeah. Then a number of things that they took us to after that was, so Myeongdong, super amazing. If you go to Korea, you have to go to Dongdaemun and Myeongdong for the shopping. The street food is absolutely amazing, and that is what Korean nature is known for. After Myeongdong, we went to actually before Myeongdong, we went to a fashion place in which they sold cosmetics, because Koreans are also known for their cosmetics. And so that was another selling place in which you can spend a lot of money on. I didn't buy anything, but they upsell you because they take you to like a little makeup tutorial, which they show you how to use their products, and then they take you to the back and then you buy the stuff from them. So that's another thing that I don't like about the tour. And I'm going back to Myeongdong. You guys know, if you follow me, that one of my all-time favorite fruits is strawberries, right? Strawberries is one of the most rare things in Korea when it's not in season. So when it's in season, it's literally this big. And we're not talking about hormones or anything. We're just talking about like all natural. And I had a strawberry in the off season, which was like this big, a traditional strawberry size, covered in mochi and red bean. And just tasting the strawberry itself was the best strawberry in my life. Yo guys, one of the things, we'll take one. One of the things I've been craving this entire trip was strawberries. Because in Korea, right now it's not strawberry season, so it's like really hard to find. We finally found a strawberry. My favorite fruit in the entire world is strawberries. So $20 for a box of strawberries. Look at that. Look at that. $20 for a box. When I go to America, I buy one box for $1 US.
One box for $1?
1,000 won.
Oh, 1,000 for
Yeah,
a whole box?
for one whole box. That's crazy, guys. So we are getting some strawberries that are stuffed with chocolate, and what else?
And it's sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. Like it was crazy sweet. It was just amazing. And it's all natural, everything. They don't have hormones or anything like that to grow their fruits. And I tried to buy a box of strawberries, and it was like $20 US. So that was expensive and not worth it at all. Look at this strawberry. So this is like red bean paste on top of a chocolate covered strawberry.
Let's see the inside.
Oh my gosh. Yo. That's so good. Wow. All right, you got it.
Wow.
Just doesn't even
I
like
don't even like
strawberries.
strawberries.
Just doesn't like strawberries.
It's really good.
Oh my god.
It tastes like fresh out of the farm.
So in America, strawberries are like coated with like hormones and stuff. The taste is so different in like, you know, pollution and how they raise like the strawberries. Guys, this strawberry is unlike any other strawberries I've ever tasted. So freaking fresh. Really, just when we walked like almost half a mile, and just when you think the street ends, it goes on and on and on. Look at this, guys. We're in the middle, and it just keeps going. This is insane. This is what you come to Korea for, guys. Then our very, very last day in Korea was, we actually extended our trip for another day. So we had a full day of Korea that we knew exactly where to go. So we went back to Myeongdong, and I met up with a subscriber, because if you're watching this and you're a subscriber from Korea, I apologize to you, because there's so many people that literally message me and try to meet up. But now that you're watching this video, you can understand that I literally did not have time, because I didn't even know where we were going and how long we stayed in each place for. Plus, I didn't have Wi-Fi anywhere. So that was bad. Checking in with you guys from the last day in Korea, day 6. And yesterday we came to Myeongdong, so we're here again because we know that we didn't even go half of the way through. So we're back here again for the second day in a row to try to complete the whole tour of Myeongdong and see all the shops, because apparently there's 2 undergrounds. We went to one underground yesterday, and there's a bigger underground that's like 3 times the size. And shout out to Chris, who literally met up with us on the very, very last day and drove 2 hours from Hongdae all the way to Myeongdong to meet us up. And Chris showed nothing but the best hospitality to us. And him and his girlfriend Vivi took us to amazing places, gave us amazing insight. They took us to Insadong, which is another touristy place. And then we ate with them, and so that was amazing. All right, so I'm in Myeongdong right now, and I have a subscriber who's been messaging me all the time, and he took 2-hour taxi ride to come see me. So I'm like extremely, extremely honored. And my man's name is Chris, and this is his girlfriend. Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, her name is Bibi.
Bibi.
Yeah.
And Chris, say what's up, man. You guys are from Seoul, so thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for saying hi, man.
It's
That's
pleasure
freaking
to meet
awesome,
you.
man.
Finally, wow.
Heck yeah.
It was my dream to see you guys, man.
Really?
Yeah. I've been not growing. When I was in Florida, I watching you guys from the YouTube channel. So you guys do work out so hard and physics. They are so motivation for myself. So yeah, I'm challenging for like summer shoot. Yeah, I keep trying to, but I failed. God.
Korean food is too good.
Yeah.
Korean food's too good.
Yeah.
So Chris is gonna take us around a little bit, and we're probably gonna go eat some really, really good food. Maybe dyed radish. Radish, right?
Radish.
Yeah, that's a long time TV show. Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, I think it's times like this that, so I'm taking a step back, I think it's times like this that really show like how amazing this whole social media thing is. Chris literally took a taxi 2 hours away from where he lives to come say hi, to come have lunch, and it's just like, it's absolutely amazing, man, that you're able to kind of take a step back and inspire people like that by doing what you love to do. Alright, so here I am saying not goodbye, but a see you later to Chris and Vivi. So we're planning, hopefully, that they come down to Houston, and you know, I want to, if you're watching this, Chris, 2 years from now, if you're watching this 2 years from now, and you come to visit me in Houston, whatever, look back on this moment and say, I did it, because we just had a really, really good talk about like business and everything. So I want to show them some appreciation and love and say thank you for helping us and showing us around. So thank you guys, and have anything to say?
Yeah, thank you so much for this time. It has been a pleasure to meet you, Daniel, meet your family, and you know, it's such an honor, and really, like, gosh, I almost cried. Oh my god. Yeah, the tip, the advice you gave is really cool and really something to think about. And your father gave me another advice too. That is something that I really wanted to talk about. I really want to think about. So from now on, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work my ass off.
You said it, right?
Yes.
You're gonna work your ass off.
Yeah. I'm gonna do what I'm passionate about. I'm gonna do what I love to do. And then probably, I don't know when, but I'm gonna go to Houston, to Texas to see you guys all.
Heck yeah.
Got a place to stay and then coffee try.
I was so nervous when I met you first time, but yeah, I'm just happy to. Yeah, I was really happy to see you guys, and I hope to see you next time again.
Yay!
Thanks, bro. brother.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
And one of the greatest things about social media is connecting with people everywhere in the world. And shout out to Chris, shout out to Vivi. I genuinely appreciate you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you who's watching this video now. And this trip was absolutely amazing. So my time in Korea, my overall experience, would I go back? Absolutely. Would I do the same thing? I would not take the tour, but I would eat the same foods because I love Korean food. Korea is so cheap for everything. If you're considering going to Korea, I would highly recommend it. One thing is, if you work out like me, try to find a gym around where you're trying to stay or before you book, because fitness is a very, very small circle around Korea, so it's really, really hard to find a gym. And yeah, that's my trip to Korea. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take away a little bit something, but if you have some extra comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the Japan video. You won't want to miss it.